Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. As you've seen from the title, we are going to create some intuitive painting by using some mystery art supplies. And for mystery art supply, I mean the content of our unboxing that we did last week. Now, I don't want to be any spoiler, so if you guys haven't seen a last week video where we unboxed these 3 Explorer box subscription boxes, I will leave the link for you down in the description. You can go ahead and watch that video if you like to see all the unboxing process. If you just want to see creating some artwork, hopefully a beautiful one, stay tuned. So I'm going to use this pad where last week we created a crazy swatching, and this is what we did. And actually I find this swatching so interesting that I decided for today's video to keep testing the art supply to create some sort of abstract intuitive painting by not much thinking, and that's what we're going to do today. In here is the content of the 3 boxes and the material that we are going to use today, and this is the only material I am allowed to use. And this is what we have in. We have in 3 Daler-Rowney acrylic, fluid acrylic. They are lovely to play with, and I'm so looking forward to play a little bit more with them, and we can make also some lovely mixing. I have 1 brush, we have 1 micron pen and 1 graphite pencil to make some nice mark. I do have this Yono acrylic marker in this pastel color, and I also have 2 more black marker, but they both have a different nib, so we can create a different type of marks. And then I have this deco brush acrylic paint in this lovely color right here. There were of course more sketchbook in the boxes and other little stuff, but this is the material I will be using, and probably not even all of it, just what calls my heart. I went ahead and taped the paper because I like to have clear edges in my work. And what I will do now is to create my base first. So I think I'll start with this acrylic paint, and then let's see where my mind takes me. I'm not thinking anything here, I'm just going with the flow. What I really like about this fluid acrylic, this 3 set that I have, is the end, is the way you take the color out, because it really allows you to control where your color is going, and you can make some nice design. Now, because it's a new supply, I didn't realize how much I was actually putting down. I quickly realized that a little goes a long way, so I end up covering an entire page, also because I was actually thinking to mix it with the blue straight on the page, as you see, and create a lovely different tone of green. And now I'm going to add some white here and there. The edges, I just wanted to soften them and then create some stripe right in the center of my design. Now I quickly realized that I had a weird color combination, and I didn't know what to start with, so I just took the pencil and did some general mark making because I had no idea where this project was going to take me. Once everything was dry, I used my micron pen to start to create some mark at the edges. I created some line. They were not regular, not precise at all, with 3 little small line on the side to start to create some interest. And then I was attracted by this blue, light blue, because I thought it's a color that is already in there, so it will not crush too much because it was already part of my design, and I do think the blue fit quite well. I decided to try one of these brush pen. I wanted to create some branch like design, but I didn't want it to be too understandable there was a branch, and this is why I create this line just on half of the design, and then some leaf like mark on top of my branch using the red and the orange. I will keep working on it, but in the meantime I am moving around as I'm getting inspired. At this time I felt like I needed something more grounded and realistic. I needed to have a focus point where to settle the eyes, because already there was quite a little bit of things going on in there, and I needed something simple and recognizable to just soften the entire design, and that's why I created this simple leaf with a micron pen. Then I took the silver acrylic marker to create 3 dots line in between my leaves, but then I felt like I needed some more, so I went all the way up, alternating a space where the dots were present to a space that was empty. Now I am having problem with this white acrylic marker. It's not flowing, or it's flowing too much. But I could still get a good use out of it by creating this line with extra acrylic, extra paint, and then using this old card to just smudge it around. And I will actually add even more later because I feel like it was too intense, so the top part, and it needed to be toned down a little bit. I went first with my micron pen to add some extra line on top of my branches, and then I gave a shot again to this white paint to create more leaves and more contrast. It wasn't as intense as I was hoping for, but I knew if I press more I will just make a huge mess. And then I create some extra interest, extra mark making on top of my branches, so it wasn't too pure. I'm using now these Pentel, I believe to be a black marker, a slightly thickened line to create spirals all over the top part of my design. I do like to have spiral in my work. I do think they create quite a bit of interest. I generally like to have it in white because they create a lovely contrast and a lovely background, but I didn't have a white fine liner, and this is what I really needed. But I will go back and tone it down with more white paint. I'm using this pink color this time to create a little bit more of definition and to grab more the eyes where it needed to be, in this case on the leaves. Not all of them, but I wanted to create some interest. And here is where I realize I need to tone down this top part even more, and I'm working again with my white acrylic ink. So this is what I created today. This is where I felt like I could stop. Let me know what you think of the final result down in the comment. And if you own any of these supply, what you think about them. Thank you so much for joining in today. I will appreciate if you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.